Good day, Polly. You're just in time. All right, let me just do that intro again because I'm uploading this to YouTube. All right, so this is my Jack 3 No OoB PB. My 4222 set on the 7th of August, 2020. I am currently really happy with this time because it's a very good display of what I'm capable of in this category. It was a very, very, very good run despite three major areas that were huge mistakes. And I'll point those out whenever we get to it. I don't want to spoil anything. There's going to be some weird timer stuff in the bottom left, so just ignore that. I just kind of forgot to hide the timer or something, and it just kind of popped up in the corner. But yeah, it's a really good run, and there's three bad segments basically. So let's go ahead and get it rolling, and I'll just give a bit of my commentary. I won't be explaining how any of the tricks work. I'm just going to be explaining how good something went or how bad something went or what was going through my head. And I'll be talking to chat. I won't be ignoring chat. Don't worry about that. So training course. I had a really good flag proxy for my I think it was like a 25, which is like decent. Yeah, that was a really good proxy. I didn't even crouch for it, but getting to the proxy itself was a little bit slow. Could have been a lot faster. So 25, that's like fine. I should probably be pulling up the splits or something. I've actually been sucking a lot at Blaster Mod recently. Like, mainly when I turn to Darkjack, I for some reason can't seem to two-shot the enemies. I think I just lunge at them too fast. And I think I did the same thing here. Actually, I forget. I forget how this went. Okay, that went perfect. But that's kind of like my point. Is like, when I hit him with the lunge, they just go too far away and I can't really do anything. Like, I can't hit him. I can't follow up with the spin, so I kind of just maybe just need to practice here. So, like, I'm on good pace already. Like, this is a good run so far for me. Do the thing here. I think I need to mess around with some movement there, for sure. Because, like, I think you can do a boosted there, but it always kind of spins Jack around in a weird direction, so it's never, like... It seems to be good on paper, but, like, in reality, it's not really all that good. So here's some incorporations of some new strats, where you turn the camera in order to let the kangaroos kind of not see you. Sometimes the camera gets stuck on the environment a bit, or the civilians. So it doesn't work all the time because the camera gets stuck a bit. So good leapers so far. Just a good run, good start so far. This run was actually set to a podcast where I of a YouTube channel called Red Bull Music Academy, which was pretty sick. I've actually known about that channel for a while. I heard an interview with MF Doom for a while. I found the interview a bit awkward at first, but I still need to sit down and watch the full thing. I think it's because he played a song in that interview, which has like a huge skit at the beginning from Food from MF Doom called Beef Rat. Like, out of all the songs he could have played, he picked the one with the super long interlude, so I found it kind of awkward. But basically, I've been really into this artist called Ka recently, and I watched his version of that, where he got invited to that sort of interview. And when that ran out, because that obviously I was just kind of binging these a bit, I watched the one with Pusha T. And when I put on the one with Pusha T, I instantly got this run. And so basically, for the whole run, besides the last, like, 10 seconds, I got... you know, I was listening to the Pusha T interview, and it was pretty dope. This was a really excellent satellite. It was actually a 7 doubles, which is really rare. You'll notice, look at the triangle here. I fucked up. I could have gotten 7 there, but it was only 6 because I thought the doubles phase was over. I miscalculated how many symbols came in, so I went too quick on that one. So it could have actually been 7 doubles, but it ended up being 6, which, you know, you can't complain about that. So yeah, I was just listening to Pusha T, who was a Florida rapper, I think. Atlanta rapper? Florida rapper? He's from the South. And he was just talking about his band, well, his group, Clips. And he's talking about working with Kanye West and things like that. And I was very zoned in on that while working towards getting a run here. And so it was very, very soothing. And I really wasn't nervous at all for most of the run. One thing that's been kind of interesting, just been by running this category for a while, or just this game for a while, speedrunning for a while in general, my nervous factor, especially with this game, is almost non-existent when it comes to my heart rate. Since I came back, I've had almost nothing resembling like heart rate higher than like 105, maybe like 100 at most. Like, I've probably reached like 100 at most. But for some reason, I still get like a little bit shaky, a little bit like kind of wobbly, like kind of around the mid game. Because again, this run was really good. And again, so far, this is like one of the best paces I've been on for sure. Like 6 doubles, quick flag proxy, good blaster mod and Kangarats. Basically no mistakes so far. So, it's really good for sure. So obviously the tutorial, nothing new here. I've been running a lot of all missions lately, so this is one of those instances where once you do the skid turn here, and when you get over to this light, you wanna jump as the car is standing completely still. And in No OoB, you want to restart mission right here because you want to get free roam over the desert. But in all missions, you don't do that restart warp. And so that was something I kind of had to get used to. And I kind of missed that a couple times. What's the black box in the top left? You just figured it out. Thanks, Plup. It's the chat. So yeah, just driving to the cave. Good run so far overall. You know, not really much to say except like this is just another one of those instances where it's, you know, just another run. You don't really expect it to be it, but you know, there's a slim chance it could be it. I will say I've gotten very consistent once I actually get out of flagpole proxy. Wotan helped me a lot with flag proxy today. Like, he basically grinded it for hours and hours and hours today. And he sat down and figured it out and kind of taught me the way to do it. And I practiced it like just an hour ago. And I was getting it like 1 in 5, 1 in 6, which is so much better. Spent a whole afternoon on it. Yeah, that's some good work, man. This was a good cave skip. I've actually gotten really good at speeding up my cave skips overall. So I think this was right side. Yeah, this was right side. Oh, that was a car horn outside. Yeah, so I got right side, which does lose a little bit of time over left side. Yeah, that's good sack. I might play some GeoGuessr afterwards. It depends if I'm still kind of awake for it, you know. If I'm feeling it. I'll probably play like a little bit, I think. Also, sorry for the dark recording. I'm just now noticing that it's kind of weirdly dark. So right here, you got to slow down a little bit, otherwise the car kind of flips as you're going up that. That was a little bit of an extended input. I can tell. I didn't mean to drive to the left there, but, you know, game kind of did it for me. So if you can get the car low enough, like this, you can kill it with one burst, which is, like, really useful. Like that. That's one thing I've been aiming to do, like, a lot. And I feel like that's been very, very useful as of late. So this has been a bit scary. This is a new strat that I came up with. It's a new destroy eggs route that saves about 1 second. I timed it to 0.7 at first, but like if you do it really well, it's probably a second. It's just a new corner cut, basically, which is pretty sick because this mission's been done like the exact same way since like 2012, 2013. So this mission hasn't changed in like 7 years, and I managed to find like a little bit of an update to something that we used to do that was like a bit slower. So it's pretty dope, I think. I remember the final egg destruction being really good on this. I think I golded here. So this is just like a really good start overall. The only thing that could have been a little bit faster was like the flag proxy was 25, which like, you know, if you're really insane, you can get 21. And like, you could complain about like, oh, satellite could have been a 7 or like an 8 or something. But like, this is just a great run so far, you know, just overall. Nothing to really complain about. I believe this Destroy Eggs was a 10:02, which is definitely the best I've ever had. I think Goofy's world record has 10:01 or 10:04 or something. It's somewhere in the range of that too. But I had 10:02 in this run. I think he had 10:01. So at this point, I was like, huh, I'm actually on world record pace. That's pretty insane. Which, yeah, like, I just didn't expect to get a run this good, like, out this early. So at this point, I was like, okay, this is pretty sick. I was like, I got a lot of run left, though, so, you know, just gotta just keep playing. I wasn't really in my head too much at this point, because it was still early. And there's a lot of game left, you know. This is always, like, a really underrated part of the whole run, is, like, this little section where you cross the river. Because you can get really fucked over here. Like, in many ways, you can get fucked over. So I'm trying to clear this guy so I can get spawns in front of me. And when I get spawns in front of me, it gives me more opportunities for boosts. So that was pretty useful right there. One thing this car is really good at is preserving boost. So like when you jump, like you can see I jump again that second time. It conserves that little bit of speed there, which is very nice. It's kind of what I'm looking for. That was a good exit out that. One new thing I've started doing here is I jump over these cars because they tend to spawn a lot. I think I got cocky there and decided to go for the boost instead, which I think it was just better that I did the full jump over those cars. I got pretty lucky that when I landed on him, he exploded instantly. This is something I need to practice a little bit. Something I see Goofy do is this jump right here. I did it fine here, but my car tends to tilt forward and sometimes flips me. It kind of did it a little bit there, but like Goofy has the car almost completely like, it doesn't even like turn at all. It just clears the lake like no problem. So it's something I definitely want to look into, for sure. So this is the part where I hope I can get just one boost. I feel like if I stick close to the mountains, I'll get at least one. Got two though, so it's nice. How does it feel to run offline versus live? I feel like you don't really have anybody to cheer you on. And luckily, I feel like I'm already like confident enough in my ability that I don't need people to cheer me on, although it is nice. But like I said, I got this run to a podcast. So it was completely different. This is where the first big mistake of the run kicks in, which is not really my fault, but it was definitely like something I didn't expect. So good so far, and then like I'm just like barely too short. Like I'm not sure if I was too short or what exactly happened. Okay, that mistake was actually not as bad as I remembered it to be. I thought it was way worse actually. I thought it was like 10 seconds. That probably was only like 7, 8. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Yeah. No crash on the monk glider. That's pretty good. I've been crashing on the monk glider like a lot in all missions, but I haven't had a single one in No OoB yet, I think. It just felt relaxing to run offline because I don't think there's anything different. I don't think there's any like incentive for me to run offline if I want to PB more. It's just one of those things where like if I want to do runs for like 1 hour, like just 1 hour, I don't feel like booting up the stream for it. Because then I hear a lot of like, oh, I missed the stream, like, or something like that, you know? Yeah, it was a good save. In another run, I fell all the way down when I failed that exact thing. So, that was a good save. So far, like, the run's still fine. That's, like, the only mistake I've really made. Which is weird, because, like, in all missions, I wouldn't really fuck up Monk Temple Climb all that much. But in No OoB, I've almost never had it, like, really, really good. So, it's something I think I should put some time into. Ironically, in my practice session, Monk Climb was actually not one of the missions I really did at all. I actually kind of forgot about it. But I think it's also because it's one of those missions that when you select it from Mission Select, it doesn't start you in the right position to practice it. So it's just kind of obnoxious to practice, for sure. But yeah, a lot of people complain about this part of the run. I think it's dope, actually. I think it's just like a nice little breather. Gives me actually time to look at chat because this game is very known for having very short load times, even on PS2. And so it makes it difficult to look at chat all the time and stuff like that. There's like very few spots to look at chat, or even at my splits. So, this is just one of those moments where I can get to talk to him. I think this was second try, this jump. Yeah, that was a very quick recovery. So that was fine. That was like a second. That's not me actually shooting, by the way. That's like leftover shots from me from when I was spinning earlier. That was like a little bit. That was like a little bit slow, just overall. I got a really good cycle on that, though. That little section there. I got a good cycle on that, so I ended up getting out quickly. Yeah, it's just the chat. I made the chat messages disappear quite fast, so it kind of looks weird, I think. But it's fine. Light Jack Heal, I always have a little bit of fear that things are going to go wrong, because you can just straight up die. I'd really like for some, like, Tasser or Glitch Hunter to kind of, like, properly look into this. It doesn't happen enough for it to be, like, a super big run killer, but sometimes, like, ever since 2013, like, you can just die here. Even 2012, yeah. Like, ever since the first couple 80% runs, like, when we started, like, roll jumping into the middle with the wave concussor, like, you can just die there. Like, it'll just shock you before you can even do anything. And I'm really unsure why. We never really came to a conclusion. So that was a really smart choice by me there. Instead of doing the second punch, I just, like, did a little bit of a walk and then started the jump. I think that was probably a tad faster. Another small optimization that I came up with while running all missions is you pull away the gun, and so whenever you pop Light Jack, it pops the Light Jack immediately instead of him having to take away the gun. And I think that saves, like, a little bit of time. Like, half a second. Another thing I've gotten really good at is destroying this vehicle. That was, like, okay. But you can destroy it really, really quickly. And I feel like using the blaster mod is really good there. Okay, so now we get to one of the biggest spikes in the run. You guys are going to be pretty amazed by this mission. So I'm not going to spoil it, but just, like, take a look. I'll explain what's going on. So, I start off with, like, you know, your 80 ammo or whatever. And I'm kind of struggling, so I'm like, shit, I gotta find ammo quick. I see one there. There's one out in the desert. That one's kind of too far away, so I'm kind of hoping that I get a little bit more. Like that. So I'm hoping these goons drop something. Another thing, so I went for the Dark Eco there, and that's because I knew I didn't have full Dark Eco. That was an unfortunate hit. You want everything else to be maxed so that you can just get a shitload of yellow gun ammo. So far, this feels like a pretty slow Ashland, like, overall. It's like, okay. Oh, and it's like, okay, there we go. I'm racking up the kills. But, like, below average so far. And now watch this. Boom. Fucking instant ending. Like, straight up. Just the last, like, 10 Marauders just disappeared like sand. In the wind. So, I just got something called the Blost ending, which basically means, like, no vehicles at all, like, were around for the ending. Which means the mission just ends straight up. Like, straight away. And that happens, like, 1 in, like, 250 runs or something. It happens really rarely. I've only had it happen, like, a handful of times. Like, maybe, like, 10, 15 times ever. So, for it to happen on this run was pretty sick. And so after Ashland, I was still on world record pace. Because that Ashland was just phenomenal. Like, so I'm still, like, on pace for this shit. So I was like, damn, alright. Yeah, so that was a bit annoying, that car there. So yeah, that was just a sick Ashland overall. No, it's just a PB. This run's far off of world record, actually. You guys will see some spectacular, like, mistakes later on. So it's a fantastic run so far. Besides, like, Monk Temple Climb and, like, as good as the early game was, you can always do it a little bit better. But I'm honestly not complaining. I should have activated this boost later because you can shade it into a jump over the waterfall. R1 is the shoot button. I think you mean L1. It makes steering a little bit easier in some locations. Like, it makes turning, like, if you want to make tiny turns, it makes them a little bit easier, yeah. Alright, so coming up is the token room. At this point, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm like, my heart rate wasn't going up. I mentioned it before. Those low side flips below the enemies is something I picked up from Goofy. Normally, I would just do a side flip and then, like, wait until the enemies went away and then do another side flip. And then just repeat the process until, like, I was clear of the enemies. But if you do the low enough side flips, you can just get right below the enemies. And it's something I picked up. That side flip there is really good. Something I picked up too. This is a hover you don't want to keep for too long, otherwise you fly into the torch. Generally, really good speed up that. It's really hard to get good speed up that staircase. It's a good jump. Yeah, just play this room really good, really safe. Up to the door, that was good as well. And so this tokens was 23 flat, which is, again, like, this is the fastest pace I've ever been on, for sure. And this is where, like, the second biggest, like, part of the run comes in. So, first thing I do is I fucking nail this strat. I didn't quite do the... I did extended front flip, which I'm not supposed to do. So now I don't have, like, good speed here. But the rotator room just goes fucking terrible. Sorry to spoil it. So the first thing I do wrong, which, I mean, it's not really my fault, is I miss rotator skip. I get past the first one, and then I just get hit here, straight up. I tried to save it, but I couldn't save it. So that's not really my fault. So I make it past... and I try my like very, very best to just do this like in the best way possible, and I fucking like see that, oh god, like that's blacked out, and I wasn't fucking sure of the rules of No OoB. Like I was like, can I die in that void or can I not? Because No OoB is a great category and has very weird rule definitions, so I wasn't sure. I didn't want to invalidate my run because I knew that this was still a good run regardless of those deaths. So that was like 20 seconds in that room alone. So I had like 2 deaths there. So I might have to ask about that for sure. Alright, so next up, I mean, this mission's standard. Nothing to it. So yeah, coming into the mid-game, I was like, alright. Honestly, yeah, so I took a very deep breath after I was done with jetboard test. Like, I knew I made like 20 seconds of mistakes, and I was like, I told myself, I said out loud, I was like, I'm happy I made that mistake, because if you make like one big mistake, it takes so much pressure off of you, and I feel like you're so much likely to like play well in clutch and things like that. So Eco Mine comes in, and this is where I just start like playing really good, really, overall. So Eco Mine, missed the side flip there, but hover angle is like perfect. You can't really ask for better. That's like the kind of angle where you can arguably go for the free fall even. So entering section 2, I was like, okay. See what I can do. So we enter section 2. Get the hover. I like that. I like taking off the jetboard there. To something I saw Goofy do as well. Do a hover there. Yeah, so that was like flawless. That was good. I fucked this up a bit. I thought I pressed up twice for the beam reflexor, but it like kind of ate the input, I think, or something. Or I like pressed them too fast together. Yeah, I do from time to time. I run offline. Yeah, so that was good besides that like button thing there. I undershot a little bit on bomb train, so I was afraid that I was going to miss the start. Like the strat of the start, but ended up working out. I worked a lot on spacing here, so this was really good. So I got that part. That bounce was not intended. I tried to free fall that, but I got like a weird bounce. And that was kind of scary too, because it like ate my side flip or something. I should have shot way more there. That was like really risky. But that was still a decent bomb train, like couple movement errors. But overall, that was not bad at all. I think a side flip is better than free fall there. I don't really think free fall is that good there. So again, I know this pace is real good. I know it can still 41 really easily. So I was like, shit, alright, we can 41 in this bitch. Precursor Robot, I lose like 4 seconds here to my PB, and I think it's the first phase. You'll see what I mean. So I think one of them split, and so like the robot's just taking forever to do his thing. So I lost like 2-3 seconds there. So first phase, for some reason, was just really slow. Standard. Not much to say on the boss, really. Yeah, so I missed the last card a bit. But still a good, good pace. My precursor robot was like 29, 28. I'm pretty sure you can get... yeah, 29, 25 was the time. Pretty sure Goofy is 28, so... Yeah. This is where the run goes to shit. So far, it's been a good run besides like 8 on Monk Temple climb and like 20 in Jetboard test. I'll just be honest, this is the worst part. I don't just lose time here. I just flubber it. I'm actually stunned that I PB'd with how shit this went. You'll see what I mean. First mistake, I get hit right at the start. And I can't even believe I killed that guy with 3 fucking wave attacks. So, like, that was okay. Whatever. Like, couple seconds. Doesn't matter. Man, Palace is so dark on this fucking capture. I gotta do something about this. I apologize. So, this hover... I got the hover, but I just didn't angle it right. So I went for that. Whatever. That's no problem. There's some side flips. Pretty fucking slow. That little corner cut over that, I picked up from Goofy. He taught me to do that, basically. This is embarrassing. This is like the worst thing I've done in my run. I don't know what exactly I got out of hovering high. I was like, maybe there's a platform I can stand on right here. So I was trying to stand on something. And I just end up falling to my death. So I wasted so much time trying to just do like a backup or try to live. So I lost at least like 30 seconds from that mistake. And so I think I tried it. So I don't try it again, even though I should have. And I get extended inputs here. I almost die for it. And I just like kind of don't know what to do post this. And then there's the new ending, which is this strat. Which I also fuck up, and I also get hit by the enemies. I don't have any room to side flip almost anywhere. That was a nice kill. But yeah. Just saying. My gold on that is 145, and I got 230. So yeah, I lost 45 seconds on my gold. Straight up, 45 seconds. Okay, so entering BTR, I'm like, alright, maybe I can PB. We'll fucking see how this goes. And as you all know, I practiced a lot of BTR, so I was kind of confident in my ability. This was a little unfortunate. I should have honestly went for the other jump. For the corner cut, but... I honestly think jumping to the bridge is like barely fucking slower. And it's way safer too. It all depends on your lineup, really. But yeah, like so far this BTR is like average. Get a really decent jump there. Really good fucking tower there. That was a great room. Like that was like just about as good as you can get it. That was a really unfortunate missile. That was a good backup though. Sometimes it's better that if like a missile hits you, you just want to reverse. You just want to drive backwards. And that's what I did there. Just reacted off the missile there. Yeah, that was good overall. And overall, yeah, like just not letting the missiles get to me at all. Like that one just left me alone, luckily. This was a kind of shit room. Could have been a lot better. Great jump there. That was really good. Good boost as well. And the last jump was great as well. Overall, 206 was my time on that BTR, which is not bad at all. Like, I'll take 206 for sure. 206 is the kind of shit that I just like. If I could cash in 206 every BTR, like, I'd be happy. It's surely improvable, but like it's not disastrous for sure. I mean, it literally was a gold. Like, I've never had better than 206 in No OoB. So, but in practice, I mean, I've had sub 2 many times. Like, I've had 156, I think. 158. Practice, I had lots of 201s, 203s. So, 206 is alright, really. So at this point, by Palace Ruins, I was +9, I think. And because I saved so much on BTR, I think I was back to even. So entering Dark Ship, I look at my ammo, and it's something I've been trying to pay attention to a lot. So I see 140, and I'm like, okay, this final room can be good. So you'll either enter, I really don't know what the case is. Maybe it's the box in Palace Ruins. But you'll either enter with 140 or 100. And that does matter for this mission for sure, and depending on the strat that you do. So you want to use like 50 bullets for Beam Reflexor in the first room there. You want to use 50 here for the gyro, and then you want a needle there to get the last flying guy. 432 is standard on the in-game timer there. And so I was confident in this. I feel like I've gotten really good at this trick overall. You know, I went a bit too far right, so I hovered it a little extra. Activated freefall and flew right into the door. So that was really good. And here I just fire the rest of the gyro. Spray the rest of the thing. I really should have just went to the door, I think, once I fired the gyro. But 412 is like really good. 412 is definitely the best I've ever had. Arguably, I don't even think I've had 412 in practice, but I think it's also because you don't enter with 140 ammo. So I can't complain. 212 was good. The only issue was that, like, I got a small stuck on the escape. Like, look at this. I got, like, stuck in the floor. So I did, like, a little bit of a jump there just to, like, save myself. It was a good reaction. I know I remember I saved a lot on that dark ship. I remember I think my best was, like, 301. I got 255 on that one. So at this point, I'm -6, and I'm like, dude, can I PB? Can I really PB? I look at my final boss, like while I was in Dark Ship, I looked at my final boss, and I was like, shit, it's 412, and 412 is really good. 412 is a good final boss. It's definitely nothing to slack over. So I was like, all right, I mean, we're trying. So this terraformer is really scuffed. First of all, look at this. I get like a million mines in front of this, and for some reason my gun is just not hitting the thing in the back. So I'm like, okay, I'm late on the cycle. I have to hurry the fuck up. So I snipe these two real quick. Boom, boom. And we're moving on. I barely dodged that mine. And I barely got that before the leg went up. And I was like, oh my god, thank the Lord. And so I got Terraformer fast cycle there. And a perfect climb as well. That was good. I haven't messed up the climbing like yet as well, so that's nice. I should have been focusing on spraying a little bit more here, I think, overall. I think it's possible I should maybe just fire a second gyro there. Yeah, I was out with the wrong gun there, for sure. Yeah, that was really tight. Collecting that ammo. And yeah, overall, like, there's just some segments that I just feel like I haven't really fucked up in a while. I've just gotten really solid at. Final boss is one of those things where I'm finally paying a lot of attention to like the finer details. And it's been working out great in my favor for sure. Hey, yo, any Vipers in chat? Usually when I have ammo to burn, I use the gyro. Right here, I'm just shooting them off the stage. So I hit that. And so this is where you got to go for the infamous laser skip. So if you shoot a nuke after he bonks on the floor there, and you spam the needle laser, and you clear all the enemies fast enough, you can actually skip an entire laser cycle towards the end here. And so I didn't get it fast enough. You want the spinner to pop up on the stage like quicker than that. So like I said, my final boss was 412 in my PB. And that's like genuinely pretty good without laser skip. The best I've had without laser skip is 408, and I've actually never hit laser skip in any percent. I've hit it in New Game Plus, but I've not hit it in an 80% run or in No OoB or anything like that. So there we go. That's the run. And when I saw this, I paused my interview and I was like, holy shit. I wasn't paying attention. I was just panicking. So I was just like spraying. So I'm like, shit, I just ran out of ammo. So I had to shoot him with the beam reflexor there at the end. Probably could have been 42-21, but it's all right. And that final boss. You can actually see like the timer in the corner. Can you see that? I'm going to let myself speak here. Let me show you all this shit. Okay, so it's probably like 42-22. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. I'm a fucking monster. Look at that shit, boys. It's fucking 5:40 a.m. I practiced so much today, and I was like, nah, man, I ain't letting this shit, I ain't letting this practice go to waste today. I ain't waiting until tomorrow. Did I really just play like a fucking beast? Besides 2 splits. This shit was world record pace, I think. Damn. Look at that, man. 3, I guess. Volcano was shit. Or Monk Climb. Monk Climb was like 10 seconds. I fell. Jetboard Test. That was horrible. I died twice. The first one was okay. Like, I failed rotator skip, sure. The second one was like, shit. What do I do? I don't even know if I can die in that out of bounds area. I forgot the definition. So I went back and I died in the fucking inbound section. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to die. I didn't want to invalidate my run. It was just too good. So yeah, that was like 15, 20 seconds already there. Played well. Palace Ruins, I lost like literally like 30 seconds. 45 by the way. 40. And then I played like a beast for the rest. Like BTR 206. That's really good. That dark ship is superb. Like that terraformer was clutch. I was so close to fucking failing that. Man, I really got this shit. I really still got it. That was like 42-22, I think. Through that whole run, I was listening to this Pusha T, Red Bull Academy interview, and I liked it. I'm actually just noticing the dislikes on the video, and I was wondering why. I guess this is because of the whole Drake drama. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I thought like I'm like he didn't say anything bad, did he? But yeah, holy shit. Holy fuck. We offline, boys. We offline. I can't believe that. I can't fucking believe that. Look at this shit. This shit was such a fucking nice run. I'm sure it was world record pace till tokens. I'm sure of it. If I played well enough, it was definitely world record pace. Damn, I'm still sad I didn't get 41, but I'll fucking take it, man. It goes to show what I'm fucking capable of. Next time on Palace Ruins, I'm gonna save so much time, man. I'm gonna get a run like similar, maybe a slightly behind up until Palace, and I'll just save it all there. Holy shit, man. I'm so stoked. That was like only an hour and 20 minutes of attempts. Just quick like that. I'll fucking... Hold up. Let me edit the layout to show all the splits. How many we got? This is an offline run, Batrio. I'm letting myself speak. Okay, it's 21. Shit, it's kind of a lot. Whoop. All right. There it is. I guess I'm playing this back on stream tomorrow. Just to get like a proper recording of it. Yeah, I'm stopping the recording now. Good shit. And there it is, boys. Jack 3, no OoB. 42-22.